Okie dokie, so this is how you make some puffy boys, right? So you got two rectangles, right? Fairly the same size. Doesn't matter if they're a little off, it's fine. As long as they are roughly the same size and the same length. So I've got one, it's about 14 centimeters long. The other one is 14 to 14 and a half, 15. It's fine. Length, the shortest one is going to be what is the length for the puff. So you want to make sure that your shortest one is at least the length you want your puff at. If it's not, you're just going to have a very small little rollover puff. Just want to get one of them, then you want to get a black one, and then you want to align them edge to edge, just on one side. So you want to go here, align it edge to edge like that, and usually you should pin this. I've done this so much and it's just straight, you know, that you shouldn't need it, but I recommend it. Now if you notice on one side, the black one's longer than the yellow one. That's fine. Don't stress about it. All you got to do is just, you know, make sure that one edge, this one, is always the even edge, because you can just go and trim this black down towards the yellow. And you always want to trim to the, of course, lowest denominator, or else it'll just be a bit off. And go and clamp it down gently. Don't want to break your sewing machine. Adjust it so you can see a bit better. And sew it down. I apologise, it's a bit little loud. So, you got your black, yellow, they're all tied nice together. Get another black square, put it on top of the yellow square. Make sure that the bottom edge that you're having nice and neat is all together. So notice those two are together. This is the edge that is also together. It's not the long edge that we're going to be cutting. Pop it into the sewing machine. Clamp it down gently. Align your edges as much as you can. Sew it down. Cut it off. Trim that edge. And you got three. Notice that these two were the exact same on both sides. Almost. They're pretty close, so you don't really need to trim this one. This one you do though, because that one's way over. Now then, I'd do this until I have 6 black and 6 yellow. Much like I do on this one that I'm currently working on. And then after I have this long string of black and yellow, I'd pull it into a hoop, inside out. And so you'll have a yellow one on this side and it'll be black and yellow together. If you have 2 blacks, you have an uneven number somewhere, you'll probably have to add a yellow or a black. You sew them together and you'll have a big circle. Yeah. And we'll come back when I have a big circle. Okie dokie, so now afterwards we've got our correct seam along the top with it all even. And there is 6 yellow and 6 black. You'll notice it's quite long, but don't worry, it'll be fine once you sew the yellows down. And you'll notice on the other side, if I can do that, there we go, we've got an uneven edge. So what you want to do is take some handy dandy scissors and just trim it down till your offcuts, and now they're all relatively pretty even on both sides. Alright, so what we want to do now is turn it over like that. So what we want is all our good on the inside and all our seams on the outside. That is because we want to join this up. And we just want to sew it down. So notice I'm still a bit uneven on this side. So what I'll do is I'll make sure the other side is nice and flat. And I'll sew it down. So that means that I've had a pretty big variance in some of my rectangles in size, but oh well. It just means that my little puffy boy will be a bit smaller. And that's fine. We accept all puffy boys. Okie dokie. So now, to make your actual puffs out of your yellow, or whichever colour you're looking for, all you got to do is have it on your good side out. Bit of a loose thread there. Loose side out, and then you just grab it in the middle, on the side, and fold it in like that. And you'll notice that it does that at the back. That's good. Do it on the same. They're a bit uneven. That's fine. And all you're doing is just bringing this in like that. And it creates this little triangle. And then you just adjust it out a little. And you'll notice it forms this nice little triangle there. Bring the sewing machine in. And you can pin it down. But I don't like to be honest. Because I've found that the pin gets in the way a bit too much than it actually is helping. And once the foot's actually down on it, it's fine. Around. Just fold in to the center. Grab this one, fold it into the center like that. Make sure that at the back your two little flaps are apart. You don't want to sew them together. And then just spread it a bit. Pop it onto the machine. Lower the foot on. That'll hold it there. Forward, back, back and forth. It's sewn down. Don't need to do it too much. And yeah, there you go. Let's just do that all the way around, both sides, until all of your yellow is sewed down. And then you'll have something that looks a lot like this one. Now this one, as you can see, is sewn down all the way around, and it creates a nice little puffy boy. What we want to do is we want to take some sort of measuring device, using measuring tape for myself, and want to get the length of our puffy boy. So mine is 36 at the moment across. 36 across. So what we want to do, because of course it's a circle, this is only half the circle, so you double it. So 36 doubled is 72. So our puffy boy is 72 long at the moment. Mark it. I don't. So what I do is I'm going to measure 72 up, and I'm going to snip it right at 72, right there. That way I can tear it across a bit. That way when I cut upward, we are going to just land on that cut cross and we'll be fine. It'll be, yeah, it'll go on it. The problem with that though is, of course, if you want to cut more rectangles, you'll have to deal with that if it's a bit too wide. So now, what we want to do is get a decent band. I'm going to go with about that much or so. About that much. Yeah, sizable. Which is roughly about about 15 centimeters. Now the good thing about using drill is that it tears in a straight line. So I can grab my two. Okie dokie. What we want to do now is go along with our band that we now have, black band, and run that along all of the edges for our puffy boy. Remember to add seam allowance for it. Should only be a couple. Woo! I'll move this a bit so that you can see a little better. Adjust it down a little bit. tilt it. There we go, it's a bit better. Alright, so now we just chuck this in, chuck this under. So there you go. There's a little tip for anyone that's wondering why I don't have my little case on. It's because you can sit the loop on your sewing machine all the way under and you can just roll it. Yeah. So slide your band in, sit it down, bit of a back and forth at the start to lock the stitch, and then just pull your pins out as you go over them. That's it. Pin out, just keep going. If your sewing machine gets a bit stuck on it, then we pull our band up, and there we go. There we go. There is your puffy boy with a band. And then you just get your second puffy boy, and you want to turn that inside out. Remember, this is the puffy boy I had already made from earlier, and you want to sit that over the top, kind of like how you did the band. So scrunch up your band, sit that over the top, and then make sure that your yellow is in line with your yellow. Alright, pull that through, and then we just want to pin there at the top, all the way around. You pin it, sew that down. I'll come back after I've pinned it. Okie dokie, so I've gone and I've pinned everything. You'll notice that is the other side of our band on the inside. I've turned this poofy boy inside out and it's sitting over the top of it. For that reason, when we flip it over, it will flip to the other side of the band with the good side out. Always remember, good side to good side. Get our sewing machine, sit this in the little crook of the sewing machine there, sit this inside, right on there, and we'll just start sewing it down. There's the end of my thread there, the start of it I should say. Block it off, take it out, chop it, and then unfold it. And then, hey, look at that. Look at that. We've got two poofy boys. Let's extend this up a bit. We've got two poofy boys. And the secret to a poofy boy is that it's actually not extended all the way. They're actually bunched in like that. So that's why they come out. And they make it look nice and pretty. And there you go. That's how to make a poofy boy. If you have any questions, ask me, let me know. I'm a friendly guy, happy to help.